Hello and welcome everyone to GRL tonight for round number 5, Imola for the can't really pronounce it, the full name of the circuit, but yeah, for the Imola Grand Prix. It's the second race week where we are going to be racing in Italy, and the second chance for some drivers to make what they got wrong last week a bit more right this week, in the Italian countryside, of course. As a few drivers already hitting the track. First one out, I believe, is the Haas driver, as Mac is the second one out. We've only got one Haas driver, so it'd be Mighty Anton then out for what will be the first lap as Mac goes through. So we're just getting up the graphics and all of that right now. So yeah, Mac is leading the pack and is on an out lap. So just to give you a top 3 championship rundown for the championship, so you know who's leading. So your top 3 are where is Shay? So your top 3 is Shay with 68 points. Then you got Nice Job with 61 points. And finally, Tom with 54 points. And we'll go on a lap with Tom, as he is the first of the top 3 drivers to start the lap, as we head into turn number 1 through the first chicane. Pretty nice, 5th gear through there, up into 6th on the exit of turn 3. Then into the second chicane. Pretty sure this is the Tamburone chicane, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Tarzan corner. I could be wrong in that. I know they do have corner names around here. Might be Tamburello or something. But yeah. Anyway, up the hill climb, then through the tough corner of turn, well, I think that's turn 7, down the hill, and then through what is kind of a bit of a valley overall, as you then go back up the hill into this very tight, narrow chicane, but it's a very important chicane actually to get right, that one. As you come then down the hill into more like the town section of the track, as there is some nice houses on the exit, and then around the final corner, and that is a lap of the Imola circuit, and it's a 1:14.9 that they've all got to go and chase. Then that is the time they've all got to go and beat, as we're watching now Tom's teammate OP Gamer getting a little bit of traffic. Not really sure if the Haas is on a fast lap, but if it was, then fair enough. If not, that could be a bit of a impeding penalty coming their way, as Shay goes into the 14.4s, and he has really just lifted the benchmark once more. So Shay lifts the benchmark to a 14.4, as George Matt doing a 14.5 for his first lap. And that's a pretty good time, a 14.5. Not too bad from him. As Nice Job, only a 15.1. I'm a bit surprised Nice Job hasn't done a better lap there. As Spray with a 15.3, so not too far off actually. Done a pretty good job himself to get a 15.3. As OP Gamer 15.8, and then a bit of a gap back to, well, anyway, with a 16.1. So still got a few drivers to do still to do a lap. Got, in fact, half the grid still to do a lap, as I think Scarito is the last driver to complete a lap so far in this qualifying from Mighty Anton. But those laps, 17.2, 19.0, don't appear very representative. As I think the next real driver on a lap is Go Slow, I think, potentially. Yeah, it must be Go Slow. So Go Slow is the next driver on a lap as Panda gets a 5th-place grid penalty, and I think Panda might be getting even more penalties here because he has absolutely ruined and killed Go Slow there. So yeah, Panda certainly having a messy outlap then for his first run. He won't be very pleased with that for Panda, as he, well, pretty much kind of got a 5th-place grid penalty then, plus got in the way of Go Slow. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, the top 3 teams so far this season, after 4 rounds, bear in mind. So we have Alpine on, I believe, 69 points, Mercedes with 56 points, and Alfa Romeo with 53 points. Ferrari, however, just a bit of a mention, are only 1 point behind Alfa Romeo and 4 points behind Mercedes with 52 points. So, yeah, they are your top 4, or top 3. As I think Robin is now on a lap then. He's about to come around. No, he's not on the lap because he's invalidated. So, Get Noted then will be on, I think, the next lap then here. He will be the next driver to potentially set a lap, as Get Noted. Heading down into this valley type section of the track, and we'll head up the hill towards that tight chicane where Charles Leclerc crashed his car in the 2022 Imola Grand Prix. And of course, that was really where, you know, his championship season started to unravel in 2022. Of course, but yeah, for Charles, it wasn't a memorable weekend, as I think he had we didn't have too bad of a sprint, but nonetheless, Get Noted will be pretty satisfied with his first run, does a 15.8 himself, and that's good enough for P7 at the moment. So, top 5 currently sit Spray on a 15.3, Nice Job with a 15.1, Tom with a 14.9, then George Matt with a 14.5, and Lachey, who is started a fresh lap, is on a 14.4. So let's see what Shea can do in the first sector then. And he's already a 10th and a bit up then through the first sector. So a 10th up in the first. So that will be purple for him, as he will then head down the hill and into this, valley segment type area of the track. I'm not really familiar with corner names, but up the hill then into the tight twisty chicane, and is now almost just under 2/10 up then through the middle. So roughly 2/10 so far, all he's finding out there. So a 14.4 was a pretty stellar lap. Obviously got the Mercedes, a bit of traffic ahead of him. How is that going to affect him? I don't think it is. I think it is Tom, who might also be on a quick lap himself. And it is now starting to rain, so this could be the moment where you've got to get your lap in, because if not, well, with the rain coming down now, I think for some of them it might be a bit late if you're not out there. So unless you're improving, realistically, this is the final chance you've got to get in a lap and to get the job done. Otherwise, you're going to be starting way down the order, as we see Spray then coming into the final segment of the track, and he crosses the line and goes back up into 5th, and that will be a pretty solid job. So, is anyone else improving behind him? We've got Pavilis, then the Greek Red Bull driver, on a lap, but he has invalidated, so he won't be able to start a lap. I'm not sure if that's it. I think that might be it, as we see, I think, was it a Dinebot then, or Dinkbot then, or Dankybot then, Dankybot? Yeah, I'm just going to say Dankybot. Danky Bot then in to 13th. He does improve, and decent job then, as he goes a little bit off the circuit. But XY Panda, or King Panda, also improves, has got that 5th place grid penalty, however. So, yeah, in terms of the top 5, I think this is going to be pretty solid. We see Go Slow get into P6, so pretty decent job from him. I don't think there's going to be many more improvements. Maybe Robin is going to be the final improvement here. However, I think with Robin into 14th, I think the track is going to get only worse from here on in. You know, because the rain is coming down thick and fast. And you know what that means. If the rain is coming down thick and fast, then, well, that is going to be pretty much the track getting more damp, and as it gets more damp, well, effectively, pretty much the track conditions are only going to deteriorate and get worse, and for the drivers, then just lap time wise, not going to be able to improve. So, literally less than about 6 minutes remaining in the session. And the rain, as you can see, is coming down quite heavily. I don't think we'll see any more attempts, as we see OP Gamer going out on a brand new set of softs, but I don't think that is going to be worth his while. So, yeah, I think this is just a bit of a, well, I don't really know what he's going to gain out of going out on softs. I guess he could maybe learn when the crossover point is a little bit here, but you can see now the puddles are starting to form, and given the puddles are going to start to form, I really don't know what he will learn out there. As you can see, the car's just sliding all over the place. So yeah, that should be qualifying done. So I'll just then go through the grid. So Lachey then takes pole position then once more this season, with George Matt in P2. Nice job then will claim P3. Tom will claim P4, with Spray and Prey rounding out the top 5. Go Slow in P6. OP Gamer in 7th. Pivildus in P8. Get Noted in 9th. 10th we got Mac. 11th we got Well Anyway. 12th we've got Fate. Dankybot in 13th. Robin in 14th. Alfie in 15th. Then we got the 2 McLarens of 5 Panda in 16th, and Chartman in 17th. However, Panda does have a 5-place grid penalty, which will see him drop to the back of the grid, despite setting a 16.3. With Chartman promoted up to 16th, Scarito will start 17th, and Mighty Anton will start 18th, with Panda starting 19th in this race. So that will be the grid. I'm not obviously sure what drivers will do now, whether or not they'll just all retire. I would like them to all retire, because obviously there's no real point of them being out there. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, it's their prerogative, obviously, what they do. You know, it is their prerogative, but ultimately, no offence. I'd just like to get into the race, if you know what I mean. Like, there's nothing you're going to gain besides a bit of track knowledge from being currently out on the inters. You know, because you're not going to be able to go out on the softs, as you can see. The track is definitely not going to be softs sort of running. You're not going to gain any more positions unless, you know, well, even if you're Mighty Anton, you're not going to gain anything. So you're not going to gain positions, and you're not going to gain, well, besides a little bit of track knowledge, that's it. You're not going to gain, like, the track isn't going to go back to slicks now. It's too late, you know. So effectively, anyone who is going out on the inters, you know, besides learning the track, what it would be like to drive in the wet, I suppose, is about the only thing right now these drivers will be learning overall. They're not going to learn anything else or anything more right now, and they're not going to gain anything else or anything more. So, yeah, just gotta wait then, I suppose. So that was a lap with GRL, well anyway, without any commentary, whilst he was out there on the slick. So I'd take the time just to give my voice a small rest, why not? No point of really commentating on these laps, no disrespect to anyone, but yeah, I just don't see much of a point in that. Have we got this? Oh. Am I recording on Twitch? Or am I recording on YouTube? Oh, crikey. Right.